In the chapter 2 by Patanjali in the Yoga Sutra, in the first formula of the sutra, he answers the question of what is Kriya Yoga. Kriya Yoga is not a style of yoga, it is an approach of yoga. Even it is difficult to classify as a school of yoga. But in the modern world, people try to create a cult, a dogma, and belief around the word Kriya Yoga. Patanjali, the master, explains clearly what exactly Kriya Yoga, how it is different from other schools of yoga, and how it is similar and all inclusive. Tapah swadhyayah ishwar pranidhanani kriya yogah. Tapah swadhyayah ishwar pranidhanani kriya yoga. Tapah swadhyayah ishwar pranidhanani kriya yoga. Tapah, the first Sanskrit word, means austerity, penance. Swadhyaya, the second word, means self-study. That includes contemplation on the suffering, the cause of the suffering, the ways to end the suffering, and the nature of the absolute truth. Ishwar pranidhanani, the two words together means the study and contemplation of the principles of yoga with reference to active devotion, or I would rather say a process of emotional integration with the existence, are the three limbs and organs of Kriya Yoga. We can say that Kriya Yoga is a three-limbed path. But these three words is all inclusive. Tapa or austerity or penance means lot of things to the lot of people. Going to the Himalayas, growing your hairs, doing headstand for hours together, doing pranayama, following the moral and ethical code in life, hunger and fasting, lot of things. But we should study the sutra in relationship. Sutra means a thread. And a thread is made up of millions of cotton points. And another meaning of the sutra is a thread. It is a continuity. It has to be understood in relationship to the previous chapter, previous sutra, and the following sutra. And when we study with reference to the continuity, we come to know that the word penance and austerity has nothing to do with any kind of austerity that leads to self-immolation, either the self-torture or torturing others. Now we become a teacher and we say, okay, continue, do this practice. No, hold it. You're feeling the pain and still you're doing the practice. But the goal of yoga is a joy, is inner peace. How come as a teacher I can guide anyone inflicting a mental and emotional pain? And there comes the principle of austerity. The word tapa means the fire. It is the fire of that energy needs to be liberated from the lower consciousness that creates attraction and repulsion, that creates a sense of attachment, aversion, hatred, jealousy, egoism. But the tapa really means how to release that energy from the unconsciousness and allow it to move upward. Why? To awaken, to go into a deeper meditative state. Traditionally, many people understand to meditate is to sit in lotus posture. That we have witnessed, and we see normally the Buddha and the other great masters sitting in that posture. But if you cannot sit in that posture, can't you do meditation? The answer is no. You can meditate in any position of the body. One of the best ways to meditate in lotus posture. What is your choice? You want to perfect first the lotus posture before meditating? Or you want to start meditating simultaneously, start progressing and perfecting a posture which is best suitable to you? Choice is yours. Yoga gives the choice, always gives the choice. It has nothing to do with the self-immolation, self-torture, forcing the body to acquire a particular position. When you force it, the conditioned mind is strengthened, and you suffer from problem. You have more anxiety than before. Let us chant this mantra with me. Tapaha, tapaha, swadhyayah, swadhyayah, Ishwar, Ishwar, pranidhanani, pranidhanani, kriya yogah, kriya yogah. Now understand the second word, swadhyaya. The normal translation is a self-study, but understand the study and the self. When we use the word self in yoga, it has to do with the real self. And the real self is the existence. It is at the center. It is beyond the body, life, mind, intellect, ego. But I'm new to it. I'm new in the path. So let me understand and contemplate my behavior, my attitude, my personality, my anxiety, my problem, my suffering. And find out the causes of those suffering. and see what helps me to prevent those suffering, manage them, and transcend them. No doubt, the Eastern wisdom also asks us to follow the Western psychology. Follow any approach. Understand yourself. What prevents you not to move into inner peace and joy? That begins your self-study. Or you can start contemplating that the real self is at the center. Means what? Peace and happiness are my essential nature. And if they are my essential nature, why am I not living in that peace and happiness? What prevents me? And what prevents you? When you contemplate, you reveal your attitude, your behavior, your accumulated impressions, your cultural conditioning, your conditioning of the mind. You become aware. You raise your awareness. And now you're ready to drop it. How? The first group of practices, that is tapa, austerity. You can follow a posture. You can do relaxation. You can go into meditation. You can continue to contemplate and move into contemplative meditation. Let us chant the sutra again. Tapaha, tapaha, swadhyayah, swadhyayah, Ishwar, Ishwar, pranidhanani, pranidhanani, Kriya Yoga, Kriya Yoga, Tapah Swadhyayah, Ishwara Pranidhanani, Kriya Yoga, Tapah Swadhyayah, Ishwara Pranidhanani, Kriya Yoga. And the third limb that the Kriya Yoga explains is Ishwar Pranidhanani. Normal translation, Ishwar means, you can say God, and Pranidhanani, self-surrender to the God. But look closely the word Ishwara. Ishvara came from the Sanskrit word Aishwarya. Aishwarya means glories, the treasures. What are your inner treasures? Inner peace, happiness, bliss, wisdom, truth, pure awareness. So it means if you are living into that state, from being and coming to being and expressing the sign, are you not an Ishvara? That is one way of looking at it. The other way, that let my mind, my intellect, my ego, my thought, my problem, my anxiety should all be dropped deep inside myself, at the center of the real self. My master used to tell us that, O mind, be at peace, this will also pass. What it means, you sit every day for 10 to 15 minutes, maybe for 10 minutes in the beginning, and any thought comes of anxiety, say within yourself, O mind, be at peace, this will also pass. thought always comes to go, provided we do not hold it. We do not have inner corresponding unconscious impressions that attracts these thoughts, and that leads to the problem. So it is the path when we say Ishwara Pranidhanani, self-surrender to the God. The Patanjali is not saying that you start creating a cult, an image of a god or goddess, and you start offering yourself, you submit completely, and you become a slave. No. It is to be done with the pure awareness. You have to raise your level of awareness, become aware of the thoughts, the feeling, the sensations that causes a particular behavior and attitude needs to be dropped. You just drop it. Where? To the center of the existence. The anxiety comes? No, it belongs to you. Why it belongs to you? Because I belong to you. So whatever happens to me also belongs to you. So it starts raising your level of awareness, makes the mind and emotions free from those that causes you the anxiety and the stress. This sutra broadly includes all the practices that helps you in tapa, raising your consciousness by dropping your unconscious habits, attitude, negativity. By swadhyaya, by self-study, contemplative meditation, the mind replaces with a new paradigm of living. What is that new paradigm? That peace and happiness are my essential nature. I have to move into that. That is my goal. That is my purpose. And the third one is the Ishwara Pranidhanani. Ishwara Pranidhanani. By emotional integration, I'll be explaining the subtler meanings and the essence, followed by some of the practices related to them, as and when it is required in a particular sutra. Until then, be in peace and keep smiling.